Alexi. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for this fantastic series. And first of all, I have to tell you, I'm completely obsessed with The Rookie. Have never missed an episode, and I love that show. But what I find,
Awesome.
there's a bit of a connection because what I love from you is that you take these kind of fish out of water and you put them into these crazy situations, and they have to hit the ground running. Have you ever
Yep.
been in a situation like that you need to get this out there?
Nothing I need to confess on
Okay.
what you do right now. But yeah, I mean, look, life is full of having to adjust to stuff, right? I mean, that's sort of built in. And for some people, it's higher stakes than others. But I think we've all been in situations where you have to think fast. And so to put a character into a situation where he has to do that constantly all day, every day is just fun. I mean, it's dramatic.
Absolutely. Tell me a little bit about, how you thought about the recruit, where this idea came from, because I think it's genius. I loved it.
Awesome. Yeah, look, I mean, it started around the idea of gray mail, right? Which is blackmail with national security. It's a concept that I had not heard of before, but it was sort of,
Yeah.
came to me through Adam Saralski, who's an executive producer on the show, who was a lawyer at the general counsel's office of the CIA when he first came out of law school. And it just seemed like a really great way in, just practically, to a show about the CIA that we haven't seen, right? There are hundreds of people who every year try and blackmail the agency,
Yeah.
claiming they know secrets. And most of them don't. Most of them, they call them the crazies for a reason.
Of
But some of
course.
them are very real and very dangerous. And so that was a great, I thought, way in. And then ultimately, the fish out of water aspect is, every spy thing you've ever seen is about the same kind of character. A 30-something-year-old guy who's really good at his job. And so, to have somebody right out of law school who's a kid who is starting his first job, which we can all identify with, who's working with
Hmm.
coworkers, might not have his best interest at heart, which is something we also can identify with. Just seemed like a really universal way into a show about a world that none of us have been in.
Yeah, let's talk about Noah. I think he does a great job in this, and I just loved following his journey. Why did you think that he was going to be so perfect for this role? Because we really haven't seen him do anything like this before.
I mean, there's such an exuberance to him as a human being, such an energy and a positivity, but also just a willingness to jump into the deep end, so to speak, which matched the character perfectly. I mean, Owen's character in the show is a guy whose father was killed when he was a kid, and is sort of, that formed him into somebody who, wants to constantly challenge himself to see if he can get out of something. And so,
Right.
and then to apply that to the CIA, which is one of the most dangerous jobs you can do, was a
Yeah.
really fun thing. And Noah, he came into that with such an openness and such an eagerness, which really matched this character, who's super charming and super willing to get into trouble, because he's like, I'll figure it out. I've always figured it out. That just really matched well.
Yeah, I was wondering what surprised you most because to me, I mean, it looks like he went all in, like he really committed to this.
Yeah, I mean, look, what surprised me is, given how honestly how young he is, how much of a master of the craft of acting he has. Because he's incredibly talented, obviously, but there is a craft to it as well, and I see it, every day with Nathan Fillion, who makes it look
Yes,
easy, but yet
it's
is really, we shot, in Montreal. Our main unit stuff was all shot in Montreal, and then
yeah,
at the very end of the schedule, because originally we were supposed to go to Morocco to shoot some foreign unit stuff, but then COVID sort of shut it down. So we ended up shooting sort of a northern base in Lebanon, in Santa Clarita, outside Los
right.
Angeles. Probably 2 months after the scene that we were shooting had shot, he remembered his continuity from 2 months ago. He remembered like what he was doing with his hands, like that kind of sort of sense of craft is really special.
It's amazing. Yeah, it really is quite a series. Congratulations on all of your success. Like I say, it's appointment TV for me on Sunday nights for The Rookie, and this on Netflix is just great. So keep up the great work and keep bringing more work to Canada. We like that. Thank you, Alexi.
Yes, excellent. Thank you so much.
Okay, have a great day. Thanks. Bye bye.